Hi, welcome to CNMS Advising's Tips on How to Have a Great Summer. You might be wondering why this video is coming at you towards the end of April when we still have about a month to go before finals end. That's because it's really important to start thinking about this now so you can get a few things out of the way. So, we're going to talk today about setting goals, asking for advice, and keeping busy. So, let's start with setting goals. If you start your summer with goals, it's just going to give you a little bit of structure on how you can plan the days and the weeks and the months. And maybe there's something you can do every day or most days to build up a skill in a certain area. So thinking about that might help give some structure to your sort of day-to-day routine in the summer. The next thing is to ask for advice. So before the summer starts, you can check in with some people you trust on campus, like professors, advisors, or career coaches. You can just chat with them about kind of how to have a successful summer based on your goals. And then the third thing will be to keep busy. So whether it's working at a restaurant or in retail, lifeguarding at the local pool, or volunteering at a hospital to get some clinical hours, do something to boost your resume. So we're going to just go into a little bit more detail about all three of these things and give you some examples. All right, so goal setting. Maybe your goal is to be ready for your second attempt of Chem 101. Okay, so how can we use the internet to prepare for this? Maybe your goal is to work through the Khan Academy College chemistry course, and you're going to spend 15 minutes every day doing this. That's a really great intention to set to work towards a goal. Maybe your goal is to prepare for upper level biology coursework. So why don't you spend some time reading papers that get you ready to kind of dive into the literature? You can use the UMBC's library system to look up some recommended journals in your field. And you can ask your advisor or other professors that you know, maybe even other students in upper level classes that you know, what they might recommend for this, and maybe make this part of your day-to-day routine. Maybe your goal is to complete a research project in your lab. So talk to your lab supervisor about a timeline for completion. You need a plan from which to work backwards, and this is going to help you structure your time in the lab all summer. It's going to help you kind of figure out what to do every day when this might be kind of a more independent time for you. Okay, so let's move on to asking for advice. It's really important sometimes to get this done before the semester ends. So maybe you want some advice on how to stay fresh for your fall courses, or maybe just what you should be reading this summer. Talk to a professor. If you're looking to build your resume, you can talk to someone in the Career Center. And if you're looking for some general productivity tips or how to keep busy, ask your advisor, a success coach, or even your academic advocate if they can give you some advice. And then keep busy. Here's just some examples of how you might be able to keep busy this summer. Number one, read something. Spend an hour a day reading. Put your devices on silent and out of sight and practice giving uninterrupted focus to something. This will help you get ready to give your focus to studying when the fall semester comes around. It is amazing practice. You can read a novel, you can read nonfiction, you can read a magazine, you can read a scientific journal, maybe a paper. There's a huge range of material you could read. Just practice giving your attention to something without getting distracted. Use Khan Academy. Maybe you're nervous about a fall class, so you can use Khan Academy or something similar to brush up on foundational skills. There is a link to Khan Academy in the description box of this video. It is free, and you can use it to brush up on all sorts of material that might come up in your introductory classes at UMBC. You can volunteer. Even if you have a job bussing tables at a local restaurant or something like that, you can do something useful towards your degree. Think about all those clinical hours you need to clock for pre-health, for instance. Maybe volunteer at a hospital. And also keep in mind that if you have a job bussing tables or lifeguarding, you are building your resume and getting some amazing skills in communication and problem solving and all sorts of things, probably multitasking. All those things are really useful too. And then maybe go on some nerdy deep dives. So listen to some podcasts or read books or search the internet, on topics that really interest you, whether or not they're related to your degree. Follow your curiosity because this will help you be a better student. So thank you so much for watching, and we hope this helped you in some way. Join us next week for more study tips from CNMS Advising.